What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. So it's the next day after I posted my deadlift workout. Today is my max effort bench day. And like I said in the last one, let me know in the comments, do you just want me to run these 2 days together in one video, or do you just want to, have two separate videos? That way, if you don't like deadlift, you don't have to watch that. If you don't like bench, you don't have to watch that. But we're sitting outside here at the gym, carbing up here with a little full throttle energy drink. If this channel ever takes off, everyone here always wants sponsored by Monster or one of those energy drinks. I want sponsored by Full Throttle. So if anyone from Full Throttle is watching right now, give me a discount code for I'll make you lots of money. Alright guys, let's head on in there and hit the bench. Alrighty guys, here we are back in the gym. This is my first time ever using chains on a bench press. I have never done this before in my life, so I didn't really know what to expect. So these first set here, I'm kind of just trying them out. I found out later the chains are 40 pounds a piece, and of course this is a 55 pound bar. So, I'm used to 45 pound plates and 45 pound math, so this is pretty complicated here, but this first set is 255 on the bar, and then that would be 80 pounds of chains, which I know isn't 100% accurate because, not all the chain is off the ground. But this next set here, I had 275 on the bar, and if this was with bands, this would be a definite PR, but this isn't bands, this is chains. So I lifted it off here, and I was like, nope, that's way too heavy, I need a spotter. So I got a spotter from the gym. Thankfully, this guy here always spots me. He's a good guy. So I lifted it off, and needless to say, it was pretty heavy. My hiccup point seems to be probably about like 5 inches from lockout. So that's something I got to work on. My sticking point before obviously was always 3 inches off my chest, and you guys can see the hiccup right there. So that would come out to be 275 plus, if all the chain was included, an 80 pound plus chain, so it'd be like a 355 lockout, but we'll call it 340. And then I moved into, of course, my accessory movements. My first accessory movement is, of course, a bench block. This isn't my accessory movement. This is my back off sets. My back off sets were supposed to be 220 pounds of bar weight, but I wasn't making 220 pounds. I just made 225, which now that I look at it, that's the wrong bar weight. I'm smart. That's 235. Alright, but anyways, so I did the wrong back off sets, but I did a 4x3 there, and then I moved into my bench blocks, and I'm working to a 2 block because I figure I may as well keep hammering that right off my chest where the triceps take over in the bench press. So, and also to help with lockout, which is another sticking point. So this here is 260 pounds, which I'm just doing this through linear progression every week. I'm just adding 5 pounds. I believe when I started off a 2 board, it was at 240, and then I've moved up to 260. And then I changed my conjugate programming a little bit. I added slightly more volume on this day. So if you're following, a regular conjugate program, you'd add your more volume in on your speed day. But since my speed day falls closer to my max effort day, I can't recover if I do a lot of volume. So I do my more volume on max effort because I have more time off. So I moved into flat dumbbell bench here, and this is just sets of 12 with 65 pound dumbbells. My goal is to get over 100 pound dumbbells for more than 5. The best I've ever done is 100 pound dumbbells for 5, so that's why I'm working them in, so I can eventually get used to just doing dumbbells. Then I of course go into tricep work here, this is just your basic tricep extension with a rope. Tried a new angle. I'm not really satisfied with it, but it's better in filming from the floor. But you guys can't see the sickening horseshoes that I have. So of course I finished these up, and then I moved into dumbbell skull crushers, and I keep the weight on these really light just so I don't mess up my elbows or get tendonitis. And also this is the last exercise of the day, so at this point it's really just a bodybuilding routine, and I'm just trying to get blood into the muscle and help it grow. Occasionally I will add in push-ups off of dumbbells, kind of like a reflex for your triceps. You know, I can go into more depth later in that, but it's basically a speed reflex that I use those for. So I hope you guys like this little bit more training intense video, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, we're back from the gym. Back at home. Today is Sunday, like I said earlier in the video, and Sundays are typically my meal prep days after I finish up at the gym. I don't meal prep carbs usually. That's the only thing I don't meal prep. Don't ask me why. I know it's weird. The only exception to that rule, I guess I should say, is I'll meal prep rice, because I'll make like a cup and a half of dry rice, and that comes out to being like 4 cups. So today I probably will end up meal prepping rice, but that's the exception. So in my diet, guys, I don't follow a specific, set macros or anything like that. My diet's pretty loose. But what I do try to do is eat foods that are easy on digestion and processed quickly. So I'm, in theory, constantly hungry. I do get full meals, but the food is in my stomach and out of my stomach quickly enough that I'm hungry again in 2 to 3 hours to eat more, because my weight is not that easy to maintain. I'm about 200 pounds right now, which is still like 10 pounds under where I want to be. I usually like to sit comfortably around 210, but I figure, since my dog being sick a couple videos ago, I've dropped 14 pounds in the time he was sick in 14 days. So I figure at least this way I can bulk and, essentially grow more muscle, hopefully, and not be as fluffy at 210 as I was 3 months ago. So, what I'm meal prepping today is sauerkraut. Now, I need some meat to go with the sauerkraut, obviously, so I'm meal prepping pork chops. Pork chops and sauerkraut. I don't have any specific way I make them. There's no secret recipe or anything I do to make them taste delicious. I pan fry the pork chops, and then I toss them in a pot with a little bit of water and the sauerkraut, and then I'll let it sit on low for like an hour just to kind of let the flavors, meld together. And then I also have a pound of chicken breasts, which I'm going to bake in the oven. I don't do anything fancy with those. I just kind of use a general allspice and a Worcester sauce on them. Or Worcester. Is it Worcester sauce? Or is it just Worcester? Or is it Worcestershire? Whatever. Anywho, I toss those in the oven and I just bake them at 350 for half an hour. And that'll last me till about Wednesday, which will be the next day that I do all my cooking. So next time I see you guys, I will have all my food completed, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright guys, so here's the meal prep completed. The rice is still cooking because my rice cooker is slower than Father Time. Right over here you guys see chicken. I thought I had over a pound, but it's actually a little under a pound. I get the chicken tenders because they cook up a little bit easier. And then over here you can see the mountain of sauerkraut, and trust me, there is pork chops in there. You guys are wondering why there's tin foil under them. I use paper plates because I don't want to do dishes because I'm lazy. So, obviously meat and sauerkraut have liquid, so it leaks through the paper plates. So what you do is you line the paper plates with tin foil. It solves your problem. So, like I said, the rice is still cooking. And for those of you wondering, what I typically eat on Wednesday, since I said, this food will last me till Wednesday, which looking at it, it might not even make it till then. Wednesday is typically like my buffet day, I guess is the best way to say it. I'll have things that are easy to cook, like tuna fish, you don't have to cook, eggs. And Wednesday is also my fish day, so I'll pull out some tilapia, so it's ready to cook whenever I get home. So, I'll update you guys again on Wednesday, or if you guys want to see a full meal prep video, let me know. So I will see you guys now in a little bit. Alright guys, so we're going to wrap this video up here. I want to end this video on a life lesson of sorts. Basically guys, I want to tell you to cherish the time that you have with your loved ones. It's not just quantity, you want to spend quality time with them. Take pictures, make memories, do what I do right now and, film. Film everything. And don't just put it in some counter or drawer or dresser or something somewhere. Go back and look at these memories. You created these, and, tell your kids about them, tell your grandkids about them. Tell them about your memories, guys. So when you can look back you have happy memories, and you can remember the good times that you spent with people and or loved ones. Because at the end of the day, guys, not all of us are going to be here forever. Our time is all going to come. So create as many memories as you can. And I hate to use this cliche catchphrase, but live your life, laugh a lot, and love each other. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this different type of ending to my videos. I'll explain more where this came from probably later on. But, until then guys, remember to comment, like, and subscribe. We gotta grow the pound.